Hi friends, today we are going to discuss on EPC-CPQ errors while executing CMT jobs and data migration. So my name is Suresh Anjari. Welcome back to my channel. If you are keen to learn on more on Vlocity related stuff, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for new videos. Let's get started. So while executing CMT jobs, sometimes we'll come across these kind of errors. So one among that is while executing clear manage platform cache. So we start the job, but the job keeps on running, and this pop-up doesn't change to green, or the job never completes. So when you go and monitor this Apex jobs, you will see that there is a DML 10,001 error. Right? So why this error comes? So the behind the functionality written on clearing these, right? So is try to take only 10,000 records, right? It's for DML. So the cached records are more than that, and that's where this will fail, right? What is the solution around this? Okay. So what we can do is, so we need to go to setup. We need to go to the platform cache and the CPQ partition. In that, as mentioned, shown here, there is a clear cache button will be there. You can go and clear that. Once that is done, the cache records will get clear, and you can proceed with other jobs. So one thing to note here is that if you perform this in lower hours or DevOps, should be fine. But you should be, if you get this error, and you should be careful before executing this way, right? You should be careful. You should be taking required approvals and all that stuff. Now moving to the next one. So so this is on the hybrid cart, right? So sometimes what happens when we try to add a product to the cart, and we will get this attempt to dereference null object. Okay? So there are mainly two issues around this. One is for the object type may not be there properly synchronized, or attributes which been added to a product might have corrupted. So how we can solve that? So if you see this, there is a script being given here. So you need to pull all the products which you want to add to the you're not able to add to the cart, right? And you need to check, if object type is not null, then you need to execute this EPC product attribute JSON job, right? Once it is completed, you need to execute CMT job, and you should be able to add it. If still that issue happens, though there's something might be issue with EOW mode, right? So currently what we have seen in recent days is that if your EOW mode in CPQ setup, right, under the CMT administrator, if it is true, sometimes this issue is occurring. If you make it that EOW mode as false, this error should go off, right? Having said that, from release, Vlocity version 238 or onwards, the EOW mode might be mandatory as a true, just to enhance the performance of the CPQ stuff and Vlocity stuff, right? So from that point of time, the solution 2 may not be required. Yeah? So you may have some other issue if you are facing this after release 238 or so. Moving to the next one. Right, so we come across this again, the DML 10,001 error while executing a refresh platform cache. So again, the issue remains same here. Like what Vlocity managed package, the behind job does is that it will pull the records if it is less than or equal to 10,000 records, right? If it is more than 10,000, it will hit this error. So what we can do to solve this, right? So there is a configuration available for this to get rid of this error. Okay, so yeah, in a solution 2, right? So there's a batch size being allocated to process these records. The product attribute batch processor size, it defaults is 500, and if you make it to 50, and if you execute refresh platform cache, right? So that should work smoother, and all records will get executed properly, right? So there is other way to do it. So we need to execute the cached price book entry value, right? So what you have to do is, if you are using a custom or standard price book, you have to provide that ID and you need to delete that cached entries. And once you do that, and you need to execute a refresh platform cache again. So that will solve the problem. Moving on to the next one. Right. This is like, this issue sometimes we do get while submitting the order, right? And this submit 1010 mainly comes, if your org has order management involved with it. So the issue is around like, the decomposition, what we have set up for one of the commercial product is not not getting it's not in a proper way, which is trying to decompose into technical, and there's some issue, right? So what is the solution around it? Yeah, so when we decompose a commercial product to a technical product, there is a scope we will set, right? So there is in one of the technical product, the scope is not matching, not intended in a proper way, right? So that might be the causing issue there. Right. There might be other, but yeah, so you can try this error, and in a Vlocity document, you on a order submission, right? So you might have a different error codes been mentioned there. One among is this, and this is nowhere being listed. I mean, decomposition issue or technical product scope issue is not mentioned anywhere in the document. Right. So yeah, this one is about, let's say you are migrating up products to the higher org, and sometimes we do get, these kind of errors. Multiple import records will incorrectly create the same Salesforce record, right? And you do get on what object this error is coming. Currently, whatever we have showed is like catalog product relationship, right? So that means that so the issue is related to this object record. Right? So what might happen is there might be an issue with a global key, or there might be issue with, there are multiple or duplicate records being created for that particular uh, unique ID, right? So we need to remove those, and then if you re-trigger, we should be able to proceed with our migration step. Right. So while migrating, we just want to let you guys know that while migrating up products from or components from one org to higher org, the prime important key is that a global key, right? If your global key for a same record is being different from source to target, it 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 may give the error, or it may create a duplicate record in the target org. So we should keep that in mind while migrating the components from lower org to higher org. Yeah, so these are the things I wanted to just let you know about. These are the common errors we face in CPQ EPC space, right? We can have another video where if we have a few more errors, we can share with you guys. Thank you for watching.